Welcome to Wedding Day Podcast with your hosts, Sonja Babich, CEO of Iron Diamond Media, a leading wedding resource featuring 7 localized wedding brands across the country.
Hi everybody, Sonja Babich here with Wedding Day Podcast. I am here in Oregon. My co-host today is Alexis.
Hi guys, so happy to be here.
Yay! Publisher of Oregon Wedding Day and Washington Wedding Day. And we have an amazing member and friend, and she is so talented, so we're excited to introduce you all to Jenny Kang, and we're just thrilled to have you. And it's been so fun to actually get to know you this last, I would say you and I have like 6 months, but our team for over a year for sure, you know, especially after the fashion shoot that you did, or style shoot that you did with us.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Yeah. Yes.
Fresh off your trip to Asia.
Yes, very fresh.
Yeah, and you've been doing this for 20 years. You're actually the longest, I would say, longevity of like being a photographer for 20 years. So you have seen a lot of things change.
I've seen a lot of things,
in 20 years. Like, how old? I don't want to put that out there.
I don't mind. Yeah. I started at the end of my 20s. I'm 46, and I really love what I do, and I'm still here.
Yeah, that's the best part, right? Mm-hmm. To still have that passion.
Do you remember your first wedding?
Yes, I remember my first wedding. Well, my first wedding, I was helping someone else, and we were both terrified.
I can just imagine.
We were both terrified, and I remember there was a point where she looked at me and she was like, "Do you have anything?" And I was like, "Yeah, actually I do." And I really was enthralled with the sentimentality of it, the reunion, the highs, even the stress. Like, I do really well under high pressure scenarios. It's, as a lot of us, we just thrive under that pressure, and it's
and
like a high.
And do too. Mm-hmm. It is a high. Mm-hmm. Especially when the weather change shifts. High blood pressure really kicks in.
Yes, yeah. There's a lot of things that we're managing, and it just felt like I knew I wanted to do something creative, but I wasn't sure what. I was kind of thinking florals or interior design, and when she invited me to come along, it kind of, all of my strengths kind of clicked together, and I was like smitten. And so I went to photo school in Seattle and took a couple classes, and I've been learning along the way, and I've made my very best friends in life in this career. We are a special bunch, as you know, and a very niche lifestyle. And so it's been a journey, a long journey, but I'm really grateful to still be here and doing it.
I love that you said like that you continue to learn, because I think that that's something that a lot of people don't think about, like as it comes to people that work in the wedding industry, that you're like constantly educating and learning and growing and changing how you work and how you're interacting with people. And so that's such a good like word to use to describe like what you guys do, because you're working with different kinds of people all the time. Every wedding is different, every couple is different, every team is different, right? So that's such a great like verb, right? You're learning.
Learning and flexibility, because timelines change, weather changes, rain comes frequently. And personalities, just learning to be flexible with what's happening.
I think that's the number one thing on a wedding day, is being like, what personality am I going to get from this person? Or you get a curveball, you're like, I did not expect Uncle Bob.
Totally. Or I didn't expect to like this person that was like maybe a little challenging before the wedding day, and you just had to earn their trust, and you arrive and they're like, oh, I'm so happy to see you. So I think flexibility and curiosity. I think if you get stuck in a style of shooting or a style of marketing and just put your feet down and are like, I don't like this, I'm not going to change, this isn't how we used to do it, you're probably going to not last. And so I think just being fluid and like curious and strengthening relationships, learning from other people, flexibility is
So
huge.
do you feel like your style of photography has like evolved within the last 20 years? Has it changed, or do you think that your style has kind of been steady?
I think that yes.
Yes, on all fronts.
Yes. The answer is yes.
Yeah, because in like you said, learning, because trends, styles.
Totally.
And we were just saying too, like, and I think off camera
Yeah.
with another member, if you're not learning as a business owner, like, you're not going to grow.
Right.
Like, it's constantly you need to be learning as you go and learn, right? Because the world keeps changing.
Totally. And I think wanting to learn is a huge driving force, is like you have to want to keep learning because the client's needs are going to be changing like every couple of years. And you know, when I first started, all we were doing was blogging and leaving comments.
Oh my gosh.
It was so nice. It was wonderful.
And then if your wedding got published on a blog, it was a big deal.
Yes, you will.
Or
You're
like
gonna,
the photographer's blog, like, they're on a blog on a photographer's page.
Yes,
That
oh
was
my
a
gosh.
big deal.
I remember being on my honeymoon and like checking my photographer's blog, like,
yeah.
Did I make the cut?
did she blog my wedding?
Yeah, I remember my sister-in-law's in California who got made it. I'm like, she got published.
The good old days.
Yeah.
When it was just like one drum, and now it's like the one-man marching band where you've got the symbol and like the Pinterest and the TikTok and the Instagram and the Reels, and so yeah, you have to adjust. You have to adjust, or you're just going to be
So
left
speaking of
behind.
adjustments, so you were in Seattle for a long time, and of course, well respected and known. And then you did a leap of faith and you moved to Oregon.
Yeah.
How is that like? Is it similar markets? Is it different?
I would say I love the vibe of the Northwest. I think the brides, grooms, couples, anyone getting married that I've had the opportunity to work with, amazing. Like, I think that there is just this love of nature, general laid back. At least my couples have just been super laid back in Oregon and in Washington. So I think that's the same. I think the difference is, I think the markets are very different, and I'm learning that. And I'm actually still shooting in Seattle as well as Portland, just a short little 3-hour drive. And so I think the pace in Portland is slower, which is actually what attracted me to living in Portland. I actually wasn't planning on staying here. I have family here, and in the pandemic I moved down, and the longer I was here, I was like, actually, this feels like somewhere I need to be. It feels like Seattle maybe 15, 20 years ago, where you can just hop across town and traffic only 30 minutes.
Right.
And that's like a normal day from south to mid Seattle.
Right.
So I would say they're really different. And I was really surprised. I thought it would be like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna go to Portland. And I got here and I was like, oh, the clients are really different here. Like, the priorities are different and budgets are different. And and so yeah, I am actually really enjoying learning all the new venues, learning the vendors. I've made an amazing group of friends. I've been really lucky.
And that'd be a little scary to come into a new wedding community.
Absolutely.
Because, like, as for our listeners, like, you have kind of your core group with planners and photographers, and to come in and be like,
and
here I am.
Yeah.
You know, it's intimidating. It's like going to college on the first day.
It really is, but everyone's been at the same college, and you're the new kid.
Exactly. That's so true.
I will say, though, the thing that I do love about Portland and Seattle, and I have quite a few friends all over the U.S., they're envious because we have a really good group in the Northwest. And definitely the vibe is community over competition. And I felt very welcomed in Portland.
I love that.
It was absolutely terrifying walking into my first networking event not knowing a single person. And I had to put on my extrovert hat and just be brave. And every time I've done that, it's gotten easier, because I think in Seattle I just got a little comfortable with just referrals from past clients, and the motor was going in here. I'm like, okay, I really need to get out of my comfort zone and introduce myself, and it's gotten easier. And I would say that Portland's made it easy.
That's good.
Well, not easy,
well,
but not hard.
And I were just chatting about this, and I think Elena for sure, who's our production director today, but it's just for like the young entrepreneur to know that you will be welcomed in this industry, and it can feel scary.
I think it's just one of the best like industries to work in from that perspective. Like I know for me, like when I first started out in publishing, I had just moved to a new town in Southern California, and that first networking event, you know, you're like, where do I sit? Who do I talk to? All the things. But, you know, and that was 2012, 13 years ago. And to this day, you know, the 5 people I met that night are some of my best friends, like
amazing.
Still in the town that I live in. Yeah. So it really is just such a a loving community to be in. And maybe it's because all the work that we do is based around love, you know?
Yeah, and I think engaged couples need to know like it is a community that they're like, when you select a photographer or a wedding planner, like they have their Rolodex of frienders, wedding professionals that will be there or who they will recommend, but that they actually hang out outside of a wedding day.
Absolutely.
Because we're real.
Absolutely.
We like to do fun things too.
Yeah, and by the end of wedding season, we need to get out. Because everyone has been, you know, we're seeing photos of people going down the river and sunbathing by the Willamette, and we're just editing away inside with the AC on. So, but yeah, it is I hate to say it's a lifestyle, but it really is, and it's really helpful to have someone in your corner that's like, man, you're almost there. Only 2 more weddings, and then we'll get through those edits, and we'll go do something fun together.
Yeah.
Okay, I have a random question.
Yeah.
So, how do you guys feel like especially like when I was a wedding professional, I did not want to ever plan my family or my friend trips though. Because I was planning for everybody else's. So I'm like, nope, I'm just gonna show up and drink the Prosecco. How do you do? Are you like that way, or are you a planner for those like adventures after? Like when you want to do something
This is
fun. Kind
of for the zodiac nerds. My midheaven, my career zodiac is Virgo. So
I'm Virgo too.
Okay, but like I like to plan.
Yeah, me too.
Because
I take the horns. I'm like,
if I don't, it doesn't have to be to a T, but if I'm in a beautiful new city, I want to know at least like 3 or 4 key things that like are the must sees. But like if we do that, but also it depends on how tired I am. If we get there and I'm just like, whatever. So
I'm totally like cruise control girl, if you believe it or not. I'm like, where are we going? Sweet.
Well, probably because you're running so many things as well as your family.
Yeah.
So you probably need that.
Yeah, but I'm not the one to sit by the pool.
Oh.
I'm like, let's go do stuff, but I don't want to plan it. I know.
I think I can do both, actually.
But seriously,
just depends on who I'm with, too.
But going back now to travel, you were just in Asia.
Yeah.
Why were you there?
Tell us more.
Well, I work with Kristen Marie Parker, and who is also one of my very closest, dearest friends, and I am spoiled to work with and for her. She is a very talented, internationally traveled photographer, so I've gotten to go along with her to Mexico and Thailand and France and Italy. So
destination doesn't scare you?
It did initially, and it's definitely high stress, but I feel like because I've done it with her several times, I kind of know now. Like the anxiety with travel for me has lessened a lot, because I would say up until the last 5 years, I wasn't really traveling. You know, I was raising a family, and I don't have international clients yet. So it wasn't really something I was comfortable with. And now I kind of have my systems, a lot of things I've picked up from her. She's just been a very generous friend and teacher, and I'm just lucky.
So how did you two connect?
Friendship circle in Seattle. We were trying to remember how we even met, but there was like a Facebook group, or there still is a Facebook group of friends in Seattle, and we send each other referrals. And I think at one point she was like, hey, I'm thinking about starting an associate program, and I love change and variety.
Yeah.
And I also love not being in charge. I was like, that sounds amazing. I don't have to do business things. I can just show up and do what I absolutely love, which is shooting and connecting with people. And also Kristen's amazing and has amazing artistic, beautiful clients and generous people. We've worked with some amazingly kind people. And so I was like, yeah, sign me up. And so, we started, I think that was seven or 8 years ago.
That's awesome.
And it's just, it's been really amazing to, as a friend, see her reach a level of success that like most people in our industry, like it's untouchable. It's really hard to get there. And she's done it in a way that's really authentic to who she is, and she's just very kind. And so when you see one of your close friends like absolutely crush it and kill it, it feels amazing. So, and I get to go along with her to these amazing weddings, and I don't have to be in charge. I just have to do a good job shooting. And so
these weddings that you travel with her, are these probably more of like a week celebration, a weekend celebration, or is it a day?
They're usually multi-day.
Yeah. Where's like a bucket list location for you? Like, is there somewhere you're dreaming of shooting? Like,
I would love to shoot in Mallorca, Spain.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
It just looks amazing.
Yeah. It's beautiful.
I would love to go back to Italy. I would love to go back to Thailand. I'm pretty smitten with Thailand. Like, I just love the culture and the food.
And the elephants.
It's just beautiful.
Yeah.
And there's such a hospitality of the Thai people is like, we were there
unmatched.
And we just cried.
Yeah.
We were like in the ocean before an event, and we were just crying with gratitude. We were like, we can't believe we're here. We can't believe we're so lucky.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, this is a big thing, but I also have those moments when at my regular weddings, like just in Seattle, where you're getting to be a part of like this beautiful coming together and joining of families. And I still have moments where I'm like, gosh, I'm so lucky to be doing this.
You just have the best energy. Like, you're so, like, you just feel your heart is like right here, and you want to give your heart to everybody that needs you.
I do feel that way. I genuinely love my clients. I really do. Like, I want to, like, I am mindful, like, this is their first family photo together. Like, or I think about like my sister's wedding with my grandma on the dance floor, how special those photos are, or the times where recently I had a mom officiate a wedding, and I shot her daughter's wedding 9 years ago, and she came to me before and was like, I just want you to know you took this series of photos of my husband and I, and he passed of cancer, and after he passed, Lindsay made a trio of these photos, and they were like candid photos of them, like just enjoying their daughter's day. And it's like, you can't put a price on that.
No, you
like,
can't.
It's like, I think for photographers, well, at least for me, it feels like such an honor to be welcomed into someone's day. And the clients I have, they genuinely make me feel like family. Like,
Well, you bring such like
So
a calming,
inviting.
soothing presence that I just,
Thank you.
I am only can imagine that your couples are like, she's the one, she's gonna help us maintain.
I was just at this event in Arizona at El Churro, and these couples are, they don't have anybody booked for their day. And my one always advice is, of course, get a wedding planner.
Of course,
And
yeah.
then I'm like, but also just know like your wedding planner and your photographer are who you're with all day.
Absolutely.
And like you got to make sure you're jiving with
Mm-hmm.
them, because I said it before. I'm like, that was the biggest like reality check for me. Was like, I'm with my photographer all day.
Yeah, you really have to
Yeah.
like click with that person.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I don't feel like it's like, again, I think you shared before, like it shouldn't feel like a business transaction.
Yeah.
No.
Like you truly need to like put your soul out there as an engaged couple to find the right soul for you,
Totally.
because then the photos will come through that way.
Yeah,
'Cause then
everyone
you're
will be
being your
more
best self.
comfortable and
Yeah.
Hope Light Studio is an artfully designed oasis, drenched in a natural light with windows that are facing south-southwest and infused with organic aurora that fuels creativity and elevates every photo and video shoot. Enjoy our rooftop, which features the city's dynamic beauty against the changing hues of the sky, and enjoy the view that elevates your creativity to new heights. Come into a space where you can create more than just images and videos, but capture the essence of pure, unadulterated brilliance that is unique to you.
So what are the key things like when you're meeting a couple that you look for? Because I know you're interviewing them too.
Oh, absolutely. I think I was very intentional when I redid my website last year about putting a lot of language on my website that kind of alludes to emotional intelligence and as well as inclusion, as far as like the queer and BIPOC communities. Those are really strong core values for me. And so I'm very transparent about that in my social media and on my website. And I have the most thoughtful and kind clients and diverse group of people, and I couldn't be happier. I feel like the longer I am in this business, the more I recognize my own core values. And even into my 40s, like a lot of people are like, oh God, I'm turning 40. This is the best decade of my entire life.
Oh, that's so good.
I love being in my mid 40s, and because I am very clear about who I am. I am very clear about what I want in life, and I'm clear about what I bring to the table. And I think just that clarity as I've gotten older in this career has helped me attract the people that have the similar values.
Well, you're like manifesting it. I love it.
Yeah, so you're gonna attract the people that like the energy you're putting out there is gonna be similar. And so I am very well planned, and I will not allow anxiety to run the day at all. And so that's a very key core value for me that has been feedback that I appreciate from my clients is like, I'm very intentional. We're gonna plan this out ahead of time with my Google Doc, and we're going to talk through the things. Everyone's going to know where they need to be and when. Because not for my agenda, because it's so important for me to preserve their peace through the day. Is like, I tell them, don't look at your clock. I'm going to be running the schedule from here on out. And if there are voices bringing some anxiety in, I don't mind going mama bear. I'm very sweet, but I am also very firm. And so because I want to advocate for my clients, like it's their day and they don't get to do it again. And so I think you can go into a day with an agenda. Like maybe in my earlier years shooting, I was fueled by anxiety of like, okay, I got to get this shot on, like I got to get featured on Style Me Pretty or whatever. And so I had all these things going, and the older I've gotten and the more clear I am about myself, it is, okay, my mind is, well, first of all, I'm confident in how I'm shooting now. So that is huge. A leg up from my late 20s. But also like the biggest part for me is like, can they be fully present in their day because I'm in control of the schedule? And am I like, I kind of view it as like, I have to be the anchor for them. And so like, they're going to have a lot of voices, opinions coming in for bridal party members sometimes. And like, yes, I was trying to be diplomatic. And that's my opportunity to like speak up and advocate for them, and that was really scary for me in the beginning.
Yeah,
and
it's hard. It's intimidating.
It's very intimidating.
Yeah.
And like, I'm a people pleaser. Everyone in this industry,
Oh yeah.
we are all people pleasers. We want everyone to love us, like us. We don't want to cross anybody. Yeah. But I really had to choose to be uncomfortable and make those boundaries of like, actually what's more important to me is their presence in their day versus my comfort level. It's like I have to go to bat for them. So it's gotten a lot easier as I've gotten older, just because time and age and knowing myself and learning,
being
practicing
confident.
boundaries. I don't have it all together, but
I think that's
practicing.
The little like cute little thing that you just say about like the bridal party, like comments in general, like on a day for couples, just knowing like who they can come to if somebody, because there's gonna be chatter. It's gonna be, it's a little curveball. You're like, why do they say that?
Yeah.
You know, or just have a safe person that, hey, can nick that in the butt.
Yeah.
Because, you know, it's like sticks and stones, you know, and you don't want that on a wedding day.
Absolutely. And they're usually, it's the best intentions.
Yeah.
But it's also usually at my wedding, we did this, or the constant fluffing of the dress. And the bride has already told me, oh, it's going to get dirty. I don't care.
Yeah.
But yet we're still waiting for the fluffing of the dress. And so I have to kindly say, hey, that doesn't matter. We're gonna move on. Yeah. So it's like trying to keep everything going quickly without making people feel like you're pushing them through your timeline. Yeah. It's a tricky balance.
So from a real wedding to an editorial shoot, what's the difference of like that planning? Because you are such a planner.
I am a planner. Well, the great thing with shooting with you all is I haven't had to plan. I just get to show up and shoot. So that's
how it
is
should
great.
be.
Yeah. So that part is great. I think like for the last one, YPB had beautiful setups. Yeah. And we had to make some adjustments with lighting, and so that took some time. And so by the end we were like, okay, we're running out of time with the model. You know, this is by no fault of anybody. It's just like logistics and lighting and the sun setting, and we got to get the model out.
Photographer's head is like, where's the best light going?
Yes. We're always thinking about.
And it's almost going to leave us.
Yes. I'm about to lose the golden hour in like 2 minutes here. Yeah. So, and then, you know, the transferring of dresses and looks and hair. Yeah. And so I think that there's a lot of similarities with that, and just also the same thing is like, I don't want to stress anyone out. Yeah. I want the model to feel like she's killing it. And so it's kind of the same thing as like constant encouragement through the day. I think
models are a bride.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I always feel like on shoot day, there's a lot of like, hurry up and wait, you know, like
totally.
And so like, I always try and remind myself, like, we're going to rush through this and then we're going to wait. So like, let's just like pace it better. Yeah. Like try and keep everybody sort of calm and like, yes, we're on a timeline, but like we're also like we've got time.
Totally. Yeah. At the end of the day, like my mindset with weddings is you're gonna be married. Yeah. So at the end of the day, even with these editorial shoots, I mean, we shoot so many photos and like we publish 12. Yeah. So there's plenty to work with, and I think with digital, we're like, more is more, but really like the beauty of the previous like film, where actually it's up and coming still, is like one shot. You have one shot, and that one shot is $2. So you better make it count. Well, and then you have to pay to get it developed. And so I think just being a good team player and positive and keeping anxiety at a low as much as possible.
You have to be the queen of just handling like, pressure.
I know,
like,
right?
You just keep me like, I'm so relaxed right now.
Good, I'm glad.
Just keep talking.
I'm glad. I recently found out last year that I have ADHD.
Oh,
no way.
Yeah. Well, there's different kinds, and mine is more of I'm already getting distracted. There's like the hyperactivity, and then there's the distractibility. I'm spacing on what it's called. And so
You're thinking about something else.
I'm thinking about 5 things right now. And so, but one of the key things as I learned more about that and learned more about myself is we do really well under pressure. That's just part of how my brain is wired. And I think that's the beauty of like finding a career that works for how my brain is. And if you ask around, this might be interesting for your next podcast, I would venture to say at least half of wedding professionals have it or are undiagnosed with it.
I'm undiagnosed.
Honestly, like a lot of women are getting diagnosed in their 30s and 40s.
I've been reading about that too.
Yeah, and so it's been previously stigmatized, but I really think that this career is perfect for folks with brains like mine. Because like we get hyper fixated. That's why I can sit at the computer for 12 hours editing, you know, and I don't quit until I have it. And then, you know, I might not be at the computer for another 2 days because I've got other things happening, but like the freedom of having my own business works really well for my brain.
I love that.
And it also keeps me curious, going back to what we were talking about, is like I always want to be learning and I want to change it up. I didn't want to just work for myself. I changed it up, started working with Kristen. I've also worked for some other businesses doing commercial work. Yeah. And the variety keeps the dopamine high. Like I love variety, I love change. And I think for wedding photographers, having a different venue, different lighting, different weather,
gives you fresh perspective, right?
It's like you have a different canvas each time you have.
Totally, or challenges.
Yeah.
I'm thinking that's a very positive spin. I was like thinking challenges, like overcoming different things.
But again, you're an artist, and you like we've seen that personally with our personal shoots, and just of course the real weddings that we publish too. You are a true artist, and it can show the last 20 years why you're truly a professional. And
thank you so much.
We just love being your cheerleader too.
Thank you. Grow. I appreciate that.
Well, hey, that's a wrap.
That's a wrap.
That's a wrap. So again, thanks for being with us.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
And just like again, I could just like sit here with a cup of coffee and just like, where's my wedding cake? Just
we've got lots of coffee for you in Portland.
I know. Well, thanks for being again just a great friend and member.
Thanks for having me.
We could do another podcast with Jenny anytime, I think.
I know, right?
We should talk about ADHD.
I guess so.
I'm a little hyper fixated about it.
Are you really? Yeah.
Oh
I mean, it's really.
We gotta go, guys.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for tuning in, everybody. We'll see you next time. See you. Bye.